I can sit up. My back's still hurting, so I can't do what I wanted to do, which is to leave the house and actually walk into town. Walking into town would require me to walk 15 minutes, do whatever I needed to do, and then walk back for 15 minutes. I can only stand up for maybe 5 minutes max at a time, but it's getting better. Considering I have a job tomorrow which requires me to deliver tiles, I want to rest up as much as possible. So today I'll be staying in the house still. And while I'm here, I will be tackling some more Polish grammar today. So I need to try and find the right book. So it's actually this book over here. So this is what I did last time, which is like conjugation in Polish. But I would like to try and tackle the noun declension in Polish. The noun declension / cases, they're a pain in the ass to learn for anyone who's learning a Slavic language, or I think Arabic has noun declension as well, and whatever other languages have it. It's a pain in the ass. It's like, how do you describe it? It's hard to describe. Nouns and adjectives, the endings change depending on their use in the sentence, and so you learn the word for animal, but there's not just one word for animal. Like in English, you have two words potentially: animal and animals, single and plural. That's it. Whereas in Polish, you have like, I don't even know how many different variations. They all mean animal, but they mean animal in like a slightly different context. And one will say like animal, but in the case of like whatever. Like, I don't even understand it fully myself, to be honest, and that's why I need to do more practice on it. The thing is, when I look at cases in my book that I have, my Polish grammar book for dummies, it will say like noun genders and blah blah, it'll give you explanations, and then it'll go on the genitive case, and then it'll tell you blah blah blah, it's a talk about ownership, possession, whatever, negation. And you can see here as well, like, numbers change as well as whatever else. But it doesn't give me a table. It gives me this. It's like a table to say like, oh yes, after these certain prepositions, you may then need to use the genitive case. But how do I know what the words end in? It goes straight onto dative, and then it goes into accusative case. There's by the way 7 cases in Polish. So for every single noun that you come across, like nouns being someone's name, or you know, like animal or house or coffee or water, like all these different words. For every noun that you come across, you have to learn 3 different genders and then 7 different cases, which then combined together makes 21 endings. But then I think that there are like other things that can change. I don't really know. All that I do know is that in this particular book, this one here, it doesn't give you a table with the endings. Take verb conjugation, for example, and I will show you on here as an example. Let me show you the present tense conjugation for the word mieszkać in Polish. So you got mieszkać, then mieszkam, mieszkasz, mieszka, kami, kaci, kają. And that basically means I live, you live, we live, he, she, it lives, they live, plural, blah, 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 blah. Like, that wasn't in the exact order, but you get the idea. It's for, you know, different meanings, very slightly different meanings. But like noun declensions, I don't know, there's just no order to it. There's no table that I could find in this particular book, so I need to do some studying basically to try and learn these endings, because they're a pain in the fucking ass to learn. And not like I want to like be a master or anything at them, because end of the day, all I want to do is be able to learn Polish to a point where I can speak it like with somebody, and be able to like speak about most things and be able to understand when I'm watching a TV series or whatever. At the same time, it really helps to learn these particular grammar points. This is my work so far. I've still got a lot to actually write down and do, but this is the nominative case for the nouns. So then basically I've written examples and what it's used for, etc. And then basically finishing off that page, and then the adjectives, because the adjectives are declined as well. And then again, just a brief overview of that, because I've already got a lot of the information from this part of the page. And then I've started the genitive case, and I'm just partway through doing this with the explanation basically, but it's so long to do, like, it because I don't rush it, and I like to like do the different colors so it's easier for me to understand. And basically what I want is for me to be able to come back to this like notebook at any time and go, okay, I want to go over the genitive or the nominative or the vocative or whatever, and to be able to flick to these pages and just be like, okay, so I've written down a very simplified version of what a website would have told me. And basically the idea is that I read through these websites, really get an idea of like how it's used and everything, and then simplify it by putting it into essentially layman terms, so that I can understand it, and then if I needed to explain it to someone else in the future, then I can hopefully reiterate the layman termed version, and hopefully I'll be able to explain to other people in the future if I needed to, hopefully in an easier way of how these cases work, because it's very difficult to find online resources that actually explain quite well how they work or what they are, their function, because it's very complex and I find it quite difficult to understand exactly their function, especially at the beginning, like a year ago when I started Polish. So I know the struggle it is for other people to learn a language, look into the grammar and just think, I have no idea what this is, but yet it's such an important part of the language. So I'm really trying to deconstruct everything and do it in a way where it's easy to understand. That being said, it's a very in-depth part of the grammar. I would say like it's a very deep part of the grammar in Polish grammar. Like you can't just explain something so complex so easily, but trying to simplify it as much as I can in order to make it simpler for myself and also simpler for anyone else I ever meet in the future who might be learning Polish but might not be so familiar with cases and they need like a more simple explanation. Or even if they're learning German or any other language that has declensions and they're confused on what declensions are, what cases are used for, then hopefully this will help me basically learn and then be able to reiterate that information. But anyway, that's just been my day so far. I will be carrying on in a bit. I just need a break at the minute, which is why I've come back on the vlog. I just need a break because it's exhausting to like read a whole load of web pages and then to try and figure out an easy way to explain it, then write it down, different colors and stuff, make sure it looks neat on the notebook as well, because I want to be able to look back on this and actually sort of be proud of the neatness that I do with my language learning, because I don't know, when it's nicely presented and it's neat, it's easier to read through and with minimal mistakes as well, you know. So I try to do that, especially when I'm like doing grammar drills, when it's like me practicing and I need to get things wrong in order to remember them. Not so much. But anyway, I haven't done a lot else today, just this as normal language learning. There's no difference. Maybe in a bit I'll be watching some YouTube or something, but I really want to focus in on this. At a minute I'm gonna go probably get a drink, take a break for 10-15 minutes. I need to do some editing as well. I'm really behind on my editing on this channel especially. So yeah, there's probably some YouTube bits I need to do in between, but so far that's basically been my day. It is now almost 8 o'clock. It was 1 o'clock when I started doing my writing in my Polish grammar book basically. And this is the result. It may not look like much, but in regards to like how much I had to like research and read and write down, reiterate and try and put into simple terms, etc. This is a lot of work that I've done today, so here is what I've done. You've already seen these pages. This is from the nominative. This is the first page. Then we went on to the genitive, and then basically there was a lot to write for the genitive. As you can see here, we had all of these explanations. We had the masculine, the neuter to explain. We then went over to the feminine. Then we had to do the plural again for the masculine, neuter, feminine. Then we had to do the adjectives, so then we did the adjectives, and then that's it basically. There's no more there. That's it. But it's just like all of these little bits, like masculine, animate and inanimate, and then blah blah blah. It's just there's a lot of work that goes into it. As I say, it may not look like 7 hours worth of work there, but I'm feeling it right now. Like I'm feeling very tired. Just from doing that, but I'm hoping that like at least some of this information is now stuck in my head, so that like when I next see words with like these endings, I'm gonna recognize those endings basically, and hopefully be able to use them correctly. Now the thing is, this is 2 out of 7 cases that I've like reiterated right here. I've still got 5 more cases to actually go through, read through and reiterate and write into my book, so I still need another like 3-4 days just solid in my book, reading and then also writing in Polish to get this grammar written up into my own words. But hopefully by the end of it it'll be worth it, because I'm also trying to just make it look presentable as well for myself. But anyway, that is it for the grammar study, I think, for the moment, because I am shattered. It's time to relax, watch some YouTube, and yeah, there's not much else I could do right now. Oh, actually, I need to edit my vlog. in order to release it for tomorrow. I'm a little bit behind with the editing on the vlog, so maybe I'll get around to doing that today, hopefully at some point. Up to date on the vlog editing. Right now I'm just going to chill and watch some YouTube, I think. I've got nothing to do for the vlog. Tomorrow my back hopefully should be okay because I'm going to be working tomorrow. I can't really sit in my chair because again, the back pain and everything. Regardless, it's too late now for me to do anything like that, so just chilling for the rest of the day before I go to sleep. So I'll be watching some YouTube, a mix between some Sidemen, also just some random videos I want to watch, and then I'll end the night off what I normally watch, which is hiragana and katakana videos, like learning to the characters basically. There are some certain videos on YouTube which are really useful for helping you learn hiragana and katakana, and I'm hoping kanji as well, through like mnemonics, I guess. So like through looking at how they're written and then like associating them with like a picture or something, like a silly little thing. So that's what I watch most nights, just to try and improve upon my ability to recognize hiragana and katakana in Japanese. And then once I'm more comfortable with those, then I can start properly studying the language. But right now I'm more than happy just focusing on Spanish and Polish because at the minute I'm just like trying to knuckle down on the grammar in those two languages, to try and just improve those just a little bit more before I properly dive into the beast that is Japanese. So anyway, thank you for watching this vlog. I appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for another one. Until then, have a good one. Bye.